Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. And today I will be talking about why Hasbro shouldn't or doesn't have to bring back the old LPS, because I thought it would be interesting to talk about. And I feel like there are some people who just they think that it's something that Hasbro absolutely has to do when they really don't have to. I'm actually filming in a different location today, so hopefully the audio is not terrible. I'm not too concerned about the lighting. But yeah, so the first thing, which is something that actually I have heard a lot of people say, is that they just wouldn't be as special. And I definitely agree with that. Like, they wouldn't quite be the same as the ones that I grew up with, because they are made at a different time. Even if they make them look exactly the same, they just wouldn't feel the same. They wouldn't be as special. And they're called old LPS for a reason, because they're supposed to be old. So it definitely would be weird if they brought them back and it might not be the same. And the next thing is that they would make old LPS less valuable. One of the reasons that the old LPS are so expensive and valuable is because they're so hard to find and they're not being made anymore. So then if they start making more of them, then there's gonna be more and more, and then they're gonna be less valuable because then they're gonna be easy to find. So I guess that could be a good thing if there's a certain pet that you want, but that could be disappointing for someone who has this really rare pet and then it just becomes not rare anymore. And the next reason is that the new LPS are actually a lot better for the environment, and I did do a bit of research on this, and I'm not completely sure about the actual toys. I found one website that said that they used to use PVC in their old LPS, which is not the best material. And then I found another article that said that they do still use PVC sometimes, but they do try to use it as least as possible. So yeah, I couldn't find a lot of information about the toys, but what I did find for sure on multiple websites and multiple articles is that they are using much better materials in their packaging. So they used to use mostly plastic in their packaging, and now they said that they're trying to use mostly paper instead of plastic. That's one pretty good reason why I think they shouldn't have to bring back the old LPS, because the new ones are just definitely better for the environment in general, and they are trying to find more ways to make them safer. And another reason is that it's okay for companies to try new things. They've already made so many old LPS, so I don't see why they have to keep making more and more when they've already made a ton of them. And I think it's okay for the company to try new things, even if it's not as good as before, and so they can just experiment and stuff. And also, they can do what they think is best for their business, and they don't have to listen to a single word that we say. I think I said this before. I feel like there are a lot of people who think that Hasbro has to do whatever we want, and they're a bad company if they don't do what we say, and that's definitely not true. Of course, it is good to listen to a customer's opinion, but if a customer thinks that the company should do something absolutely horrible, then of course the company doesn't have to do that. They should be able to choose what they think is best for their company. They should be able to choose what they think is best for their company, and I think there are multiple reasons why they would think continuing to make the new LPS instead would be better for their company, which I will also talk about in a few minutes. And I personally, if I worked for Hasbro, I would not want to bring back the old LPS, because I would be so annoyed by people calling and sending emails and stuff to bring back the old LPS. I don't know, it's okay to want something, but I feel like there are definitely some people who are very aggressive and demanding, where they're you absolutely have to bring back the old LPS, and they're calling Hasbro and making these pictures and Instagram posts and stuff, and that I feel like that would definitely annoy me if I worked at Hasbro. And so one reason why I think not bringing back the old LPS would be better for their business is, so first of all, I would like to say that I am not an expert in business and stuff. This is just from research, I guess, and my opinions, but it may make the company seem kind of weak or indecisive to go back to an old style that they haven't used in a while. So it would be they're okay, we're rebranding this whole entire thing, and we're making it completely different and new and cool looking, and it's not gonna be the same as it was before, and then they're wait, actually we changed our minds, we want to do what we did before. That definitely seems like an indecisive thing to do, where they would stop making something and then completely start making it again. So like I said, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I can see how that would make them seem kind of weak to other businesses. I don't know. And also, the new LPS are very modern and expressive, I guess. Like, I can definitely see why younger kids would like the newer LPS, and that's what Hasbro is doing. They're marketing towards younger kids. So they're probably not going to listen to a lot of people who are in the LPS community who are like teenagers and adults, because Hasbro's main focus is to market towards kids. And so the last thing I wanted to say is that I asked someone on Discord about this, and they gave me a really good response. Is that the new ones are cool and that people should give them a chance because there's not really anything wrong with them except for the ones that were designed poorly. Like, there are some that just weren't designed very well, but other than that, they're pretty cute and they look fine, and there's not really like anything really big that's wrong with them. Like, we're still able to use them and play with them and use them in videos. And this person also said that some of the sets are really cute and detailed, and I definitely agree with that. Like, there's not really anything that's seriously wrong with the pets. Like, yes, some of them haven't been designed very well, but other than that, I'm still able to use them in videos, and they still have cool accessories and stuff like that. And one last thing that I would like to add is that Hasbro was the one who created the old LPS in the first place, and we probably wouldn't really have LPS Tube without them. So I just feel like we should be more thankful of that, I guess. Maybe it's just because I'm on the internet a lot, but I've seen some people just be way too mean to Hasbro than they should be. I hope I don't sound like I don't care about LPS, because I do like LPS, and it's definitely okay to be sad about them not making them the same way that they used to, but they are just toys, and it's not that big of a deal that people should be like making really mean posts about Hasbro and saying that they're a bad company. Anyways, that is all that I was planning on talking about. I personally thought this was kind of fun to record. This might be like one of the only videos that I've done where I'm just sitting here talking. Actually, I've done a few of them like this, I don't know. But anyways, I thought this was interesting. Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you next time.